In this video, we'll explore the heartwarming story of Disney's 2025 live-action Lilo and Stitch remake, diving into its themes of family, belonging, and finding your place in the world. In a galaxy far beyond our own, a serious situation unfolds as an alien council discusses a dangerous threat they've apprehended. This threat turns out to be Experiment 626, a small blue creature created by Dr. Jumba Jakiba, a self-proclaimed deranged genius. When questioned about his creation, Dr. Jumba proudly boasts that Experiment 626 is indestructible, unstoppable, and smarter than 100 supercomputers. The Grand Councilwoman attempts to reason with 626, asking if there's anything good inside him, to which the creature responds crudely with fart, confirming the Council's fears about his nature. The Council decides that Dr. Jumba's lab will be destroyed and 626 will be exiled to a distant location. During the transport, 626 manages to escape his restraints, steals a red police cruiser, and jumps into hyperspace, with his projected destination being Earth, a planet covered mostly in water. The Council realizes that 626 will likely drown on Earth due to his molecular density increasing in water. However, they can't risk destroying the planet as it's a protected wildlife reserve. Dr. Jumba, seeing an opportunity for freedom, convinces the Council to let him capture 626, with Agent Pleakley accompanying him to ensure he follows Federation rules. Meanwhile on Earth, we meet Lilo, a young Hawaiian girl who is feeding a sandwich to a fish named Pudge because she believes he controls the weather. Lilo is consistently late to her hula class, which irritates her teacher and alienates her from her peers, who call her garbage girl and mock her homemade friendship bracelet. After a confrontation with the other girls, Lilo hides in the bathroom, refusing to open the door for her older sister Nanny. Nanny, struggling to balance work and raising her sister after their parents' death, faces pressure from social worker Ms. Kikoa, who warns her that if things don't improve, Lilo might be placed in foster care. Ms. Kikoa gives Nanny specific goals: clean the house, pay the bills, and file for health insurance for herself and Lilo. This stress leads to arguments between the sisters, with Lilo telling Nanny to stop pretending to be my mom. Their neighbor Tutu reminds Nanny that she was accepted into a marine biology program with a full scholarship, but Nanny insists her responsibility is taking care of Lilo. Meanwhile, David, a friend who clearly has feelings for Nanny, offers support, but Nanny keeps him at a distance. Back in space, 626 crash lands on Earth, surviving being hit by trucks and buses. He ends up at an animal shelter where Lilo happens to visit. After a brief interaction with another alien who attempts to capture him, 626 hides among the shelter dogs. When Lilo arrives, seeking to adopt a dog, she's immediately drawn to the unusual blue creature, whom she decides to name Stitch. Despite the reservations of the shelter worker and Nanny, Lilo insists on adopting Stitch, citing the Hawaiian concept of Ohana, which means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Nanny reluctantly agrees to let Lilo keep Stitch for one day, but the alien quickly proves to be destructive and unmanageable. He tears apart Lilo's room, attacks her doll Scrump, and causes chaos throughout the house. Meanwhile, Dr. Jumba and Agent Pleakley arrive on Earth disguised as humans, with Pleakley's extensive knowledge of Earth culture proving both helpful and comically misguided. Cobra Bubbles, a former CIA agent now working for Child Protective Services, also enters the picture, investigating both the alien crash landing and the Pelekai family situation. Despite Stitch's destructive behavior, Lilo attempts to train him to be a model citizen, inspired by her idol, Elvis Presley. She teaches him about Hawaii, hula dancing, and the concept of family. Through their interactions, we learn more about Lilo's loneliness and her difficulty coping with her parents' death. Stitch, designed to destroy and cause chaos, begins to experience conflicting emotions as he grows attached to Lilo. When Lilo asks if he had a family, Stitch responds, "No family," hinting at his own sense of isolation and loneliness. As Nanny desperately searches for a new job after losing her previous one, partly due to Stitch's antics, Dr. Jumba, and Pleakley close in on capturing 626. Their attempts repeatedly fail and often result in more trouble for Nanny, making her situation with social services even more precarious. A visit from Cobra Bubbles confirms Nanny's worst fears, that Lilo might be taken away from her. In a heart-wrenching scene, Nanny tries to explain to Lilo that they might be separated, comparing it to a summer they spent on opposite sides of the island but could still talk on the phone. Dr. Jumba finally confronts Stitch at the Pelekai house, resulting in a destructive battle that demolishes much of the home. When Stitch escapes with Lilo, Jumba and Pleakley pursue them, while Cobra Bubbles prepares to take Lilo into custody. During the chase, Dr. Jumba reveals to Stitch that he was created to destroy, and that his apparent affection for Lilo is just a survival strategy. This revelation troubles Stitch, who begins to question his place in the world and whether he truly belongs with Lilo and her family. The chase escalates when the Grand Councilwoman arrives with her forces to capture Stitch and clean up the situation. In the chaos, Lilo runs away and is captured by Captain Gantu, a large alien working for the Galactic Federation. Stitch, who had momentarily abandoned Lilo after Dr. Jumba's words affected him, has a change of heart and rescues her from Gantu's ship, demonstrating his growing understanding of what Ohana truly means. As the Grand Councilwoman prepares to take Stitch away, Lilo produces the adoption certificate, claiming that she purchased Stitch at the shelter and that he belongs to her. She argues that taking him would be stealing. The Grand Councilwoman, impressed by Stitch's evident change and the concept of Ohana, agrees to let Stitch remain in exile on Earth under the supervision of Lilo's family. Cobra Bubbles is revealed to have a history with the aliens, having once saved Earth from destruction, and agrees to keep the alien presence a secret while allowing Nanny to maintain custody of Lilo, with the added understanding that their family now includes Stitch. The film concludes with the Pelekai family rebuilding their home with help from their community. Nanny decides to pursue her dream of studying marine biology, with Tutu and David helping to care for Lilo. The final scenes show the expanded Ohana enjoying life together on the beautiful island of Hawaii, with Stitch finally finding a place where he belongs. A montage shows Lilo, Stitch, Nanny, David, and their friends engaging in various Hawaiian activities, emphasizing the healing power of family and belonging. This live-action remake of the beloved 2002 animated film beautifully captures the heart and spirit of the original, while adding new dimensions to the story. The film delves deeper into the Hawaiian culture and the concept of Ohana, showing how this idea of extended family and community support helps heal the broken Pelekai family. The setting of Hawaii is not just a backdrop, but becomes almost a character itself, with its lush landscapes, vibrant culture, and sense of community playing integral roles in the story. One of the most compelling aspects of Lilo and Stitch is how it handles themes of loss, belonging, and found family. Both Lilo and Stitch are outsiders in their respective worlds. Lilo is considered weird by her peers and struggles with the loss of her parents, while Stitch is literally an alien designed for destruction who doesn't fit anywhere. Their connection forms the emotional core of the film, as they recognize in each other a kindred spirit and forge a bond that helps them both heal and grow. The relationship between Nanny and Lilo is particularly well developed in this version. We see more clearly the strain that Nanny feels trying to be both sister and parent to Lilo while dealing with her own grief and dreams. The tension between her responsibilities to her sister and her own aspirations creates a realistic conflict that many viewers can relate to. The film doesn't offer easy solutions, but shows how compromise, community support, and unconditional love can help families navigate difficult situations. The character of Cobra Bubbles is significantly reimagined in this version, combining elements of the original social worker character with the role of Captain Gantu as the government agent pursuing Stitch. This change streamlines the narrative while creating a more nuanced antagonist, someone who is doing his job, but also genuinely concerned for Lilo's welfare. Similarly, the characters of Dr. Jumba and Pleakley are given more depth, with their dynamic providing both comedy and heart as they gradually become part of the extended Ohana. The visual effects in the film are impressive, seamlessly blending the animated character of Stitch with a live-action world. Stitch's design remains faithful to the original while allowing for more expressive emotions that help convey his inner conflict and growth. The Hawaiian landscapes are captured with loving attention to detail, showcasing both the natural beauty of the islands and the vibrant local culture. The film's score incorporates traditional Hawaiian music alongside new interpretations of songs from the original movie, creating a soundscape that honors both the setting and the legacy of the beloved animated classic. The iconic Hawaiian roller coaster ride sequence is reimagined with stunning visuals that celebrate surfing culture and the connection between the characters and the ocean. At its heart, Lilo and Stitch is about finding your place in the world and creating family bonds that transcend biology. The film emphasizes that family is defined not by blood but by love, loyalty, and commitment to one another. This message resonates throughout the story as Stitch, initially created for destruction, discovers his capacity for love and belonging. His journey from destructive experiment to beloved family member parallels Lilo's journey from isolated, grieving child to someone who helps heal her own family through her unconditional acceptance of others. The concept of Ohana extends beyond the immediate family to include the broader community. Tutu, David, and even eventually Dr. Jumba, and Pleakley become part of the Pelekai family support network, demonstrating how extended family and community connections can help people through difficult times. This aspect of Hawaiian culture is treated with respect and authenticity, avoiding stereotypes while celebrating the real values that make the culture special. The film doesn't shy away from difficult topics like grief, governmental intervention in families, and the fear of separation. These elements give the story emotional weight and make the characters' journeys more meaningful. Lilo's coping mechanisms, her imagination, her connection to nature, especially Pudge the fish, and her love of Elvis, show how children process grief in their own unique ways. Similarly, Nanny's struggle to balance her responsibilities with her own dreams reflects the real challenges that many young caregivers face. The villains in the story are not truly evil, but are acting according to their own understanding of what's right. The Grand Councilwoman believes she's protecting the galaxy. Dr. Jumba is proud of his scientific achievement, and Cobra Bubbles thinks he's protecting both Earth and Lilo. This nuanced approach to antagonists makes the resolution more satisfying, as characters find common ground rather than simply defeating an enemy. The ending of the film emphasizes growth and new beginnings. Nanny pursues her dream of studying marine biology with the support of her extended family. Lilo finds acceptance and friendship not just with Stitch but with her community. Stitch discovers his capacity for goodness and his place in a loving family. Even Dr. Jumba and Pleakley find a home on Earth as part of this unconventional family. The rebuilt house symbolizes the rebuilt family, stronger than before because of the challenges they've faced together. Lilo and Stitch, 2025, honors the beloved original while bringing new depth to the story. By focusing on the Hawaiian setting and culture, the emotional journeys of the characters, and the central theme of Ohana, the film creates a moving experience that will resonate with both fans of the original and new audiences. The message that family can be found in unexpected places and that belonging is something we create together through love and commitment is as powerful today as it was when the original film was released. In a world where many families face challenges and changes, Lilo and Stitch reminds us that what matters most is standing by one another through difficult times. As Lilo tells Stitch, Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. This simple but profound message is the beating heart of a film that celebrates the families we're born into and the ones we create along the way. The film's exploration of what makes a family resonates particularly strongly in today's diverse society. By showing how a family can include an older sister raising her younger sibling, supportive neighbors, friends who become more than friends, as with David and Nanny, and even aliens from another galaxy, Lilo and Stitch presents a wonderfully inclusive vision of what family can be. It suggests that what defines a family is not its composition, but the love, support, and commitment its members show to one another. The relationship between Lilo and Stitch evolves beautifully throughout the film. Initially, Stitch is using Lilo as protection from those hunting him, while Lilo simply wants a friend who won't judge or abandon her. As they spend time together, Stitch begins to experience emotions he wasn't designed to feel, including affection, loyalty, and a sense of belonging. When he finally understands what Ohana means and chooses to rescue Lilo at great personal risk, it represents the culmination of his character development from destructive experiment to loving family member. Similarly, Lilo's growth is significant. At the beginning of the film, she's isolated, angry, and struggling to cope with the loss of her parents. Her unusual behaviors, feeding sandwiches to fish, making voodoo dolls of her friends, and her fascination with death and disaster, are her ways of trying to control a world that has taken so much from her. Through her relationship with Stitch, she learns that she's not alone in feeling different and out of place. By helping Stitch find his place in the world, she begins to find her own as well. Nanny's character arc is equally compelling. Thrust into the role of parent when she's barely an adult herself, she sacrificed her own dreams to take care of Lilo. The pressure of keeping their family together while dealing with her own grief makes her tense and sometimes short-tempered. Throughout the film, she learns to accept help from others and to trust that pursuing her own dreams doesn't mean abandoning her responsibilities to Lilo. The resolution, where she goes to school with the support of an extended network of caregivers for Lilo, represents a beautiful compromise that honors both her individual needs and her commitment to her sister. The Hawaiian setting is much more than just beautiful scenery in this film. Hawaii's unique cultural values, particularly the concept of Ohana and the importance of community, provide the thematic foundation for the entire story. The film respectfully incorporates elements of Hawaiian culture, music, and language, showcasing the rich heritage of the islands without resorting to stereotypes or exoticism. By setting this story of found family and belonging in Hawaii, the filmmakers tap into traditions that have long recognized the importance of extended family networks and community support in raising children and supporting one another. The science fiction elements of the story blend surprisingly well with the family drama aspects. Stitch's alien nature and the pursuit by galactic authorities create excitement and drive the plot, but they also serve as metaphors for feeling out of place and struggling to fit in. The contrast between the advanced technology of the Galactic Federation and the simple, natural beauty of Hawaii highlights the film's message that sometimes what we need most isn't technological advancement, but human or alien connection. The visual effects in bringing Stitch to life deserve special mention. Creating a character that is clearly alien but also lovable and expressive is no small feat, and the filmmakers achieve this beautifully. Stitch's big eyes, expressive ears, and distinctive movements allow him to communicate a range of emotions despite his limited vocabulary. The seamless integration of this animated character into the live-action world helps make the fantastical premise believable and emotionally resonant. The film also handles the intervention of social services with surprising nuance for a family movie. Rather than portraying Cobra Bubbles as a villain for threatening to separate Lilo and Nanny, the film acknowledges that he's doing his job and genuinely concerned for Lilo's welfare. Similarly, it doesn't demonize the system, but shows how challenging it can be for families in unconventional situations to meet standardized expectations. This complex portrayal avoids easy answers while still delivering a hopeful message about the potential for understanding and flexibility within systems designed to protect children. In its exploration of grief, Lilo and Stitch offers a particularly tender and truthful portrayal of how loss affects different family members. Nanny's grief manifests as determination and sometimes frustration as she tries to hold everything together. Lilo's appears in her rage, her rituals like feeding Pudge, and her desire to keep everything the same. The film suggests that there's no one right way to grieve, and that healing comes not from getting over loss, but from finding new connections and purpose while still honoring those who are gone. The resolution of the film offers a satisfyingly complex, happy ending. The problems aren't magically solved. The house needs rebuilding. Nanny still has to balance school and family, and Stitch still has destructive tendencies he must control. But the extended family they've created provides the support they need to face these challenges together. By showing happiness that includes difficulty rather than erasing it, the film offers a more mature and ultimately more hopeful vision than many family films. Lilo and Stitch, 2025, succeeds as both a remake of a beloved classic and as its own unique film. It honors what fans loved about the original while adding new depth and contemporary relevance. By focusing on themes of belonging, chosen family, and the healing power of connection, it creates a story that resonates across generations and backgrounds. In a world that can sometimes feel fractured and isolating, Lilo and Stitch reminds us of the power of Ohana, of creating families of choice bound by love and loyalty, where nobody gets left behind or forgotten.